At this time, I would like to speak to parishioners because next week on the Feast of Pentecost, the churches will begin to open again. But there is a procedure of how you're supposed to do it. First of all, as in Vitus, we will go back to Sunday's schedule of Masses next Sunday. There will be a vigil Mass at 4 o'clock for the Feast of Pentecost, and then 9 o'clock on the feast, and 10:30 also on that Sunday. Back to Sunday's schedule of Masses. Our first exile, if you will, is ending. Thanks be to God. The opening Sunday has several important rules, and these will eventually go away. The opening rules have the purpose of protecting our health and that of our neighbor. They are not meant to harass us or to aggravate us. I'm confident that our parishioners feel the same way. The first of the things that we need to do next Sunday when we come to Mass to find a parking space. And the reason for that mostly is that the parking space across from the church is now a construction site for the parish new hall. We cannot use that parking place anymore. I'm asking parishioners to please find parking on the side streets and on Marshy Avenue and by the school. There will be a security person watching over the cars and so forth. Next rule that is important is everyone who comes to church next Sunday, and probably for the foreseeable future, is required to wear a face mask. I'm sure you have these and you're using them many times. But in case if someone comes and for some reason doesn't have a face mask, there will be a person at the main entrance of the church who will supply a face mask next Sunday for that Mass. We will also have a station by the main entrance to sanitize our hands. I do that every time I say Mass here. Before the Mass, I sanitize my hands. Upon arriving next Sunday, we ask everyone to use the main entrance of the church. There is an exception, of course. The entrance by the ramp will also be available, but mostly for everyone, please come by the main entrance way. And so there we will have these hand sanitizers to be used. We need to practice distancing in the church. Distancing. For our purposes, we are skipping to every second pew. In other words, every second pew will stay empty. The usable pews will have place marked by color text. Distancing. So spaces will be marked on the pews that we are using, and when you come to church, please look down the aisle, and when you see these markers on the pews, please go to those markers and stay there for the duration of the Mass. Exceptions. If you are a family, please stay together. If you are a couple, stay together. Stay together if you're a family, husband and wife, and so forth. In regard to the Mass books, the missalettes, we are told to discard these books for the rest of the year. At St. Vitus, we will have those books available to parishioners. And we want to say, please take these books. They are yours for the rest of the year. But don't leave them in church. Take that book with you and bring that book to church every time you come to church. Put your name on it for the rest of the year. The books will be available for you to take home. I'm convinced that there is no liability on these books. So take these books with confidence and use them. They're yours. And please bring them to church and take them home each Sunday. At communion time, please approach to receive the Holy Communion, and Holy Communion will be given on the hand. The Holy Communion will be given only on the hand. If there are any more instructions about Holy Communion, we will give you these instructions just prior to Holy Communion next Sunday. At the end of the Mass, we ask the parishioners not to socialize in the church. It's the most natural thing that we want to do after an absence of this. But for this time, please, at the conclusion of the Mass, please leave the church. Do not socialize in the church. We also have to sanitize benches, pews for the next Mass. At the end of the Mass, leave the church by the main entrance. Coming to Mass next Sunday, find yourself a parking space, and the parking areas will have a security person. Coming into the church, please wear a mask, sanitize your hands. Find a colored tag, the place that you're going to choose to stay for the rest of the Mass. If you're a family, husband and wife, stay together. At communion time, we will receive Holy Communion on the hands. On a different subject, tomorrow is a beautiful Memorial Day. St. Vitus veterans and many of their friends spent hours and hours at Catholic cemeteries this past week, placing flags on those who serve this country, on the graves of those who serve the countries. We have the custom for many years that on this particular Sunday before the Memorial Day, that one of the priests goes to the cemetery by the big cross. Our parishioners, we gather there for prayers for our deceased. And I will be at the cemetery this afternoon at 3 o'clock, so that we can pray for our loved ones, our deceased parishioners, and so forth. So this afternoon at 3 o'clock, please join me if you can. In conclusion, I want to thank everyone for your patience during this extraordinary time in our lives. We will continue to work and pray together, and we know that all things have purpose in life, and so we can confidently say that this too shall pass. This too will pass. To everyone, I want to wish a very blessed Sunday, and tomorrow a pleasant and safe memorial